What's up, Warrior fans? Welcome to another exciting episode of Warrior Rewind. Alongside Nate Strombinger, I'm Natalie Winters.
It's nice to finally be here and make an appearance. With that being said, to recap with the volleyball team, it was a tough season for them, but it was finally over, and the women have the offseason to get back to practice and prepare for the next one. The Warriors ended their season at home with a loss against CCA champions Sonoma State. Blair Ehrlich led the Warriors with 6 kills, followed by Taylor Messingale and Blake Beecroft, who each had 3 kills and 1 block, while Rachel Parsons and Jocelyn Cervantes each had 6 digs. But the last place finish for the Warriors was not the last unfortunate news that the volleyball team would receive, as Warrior Athletics announced that head coach Christine Lohr would be stepping down after the 10 years of leadership. Now the offseason will include the search for a new head coach.
The men's soccer team advanced to the CCAA tournament after penalty kicks. The semifinals proved to be no different as the Warriors faced off Cal State LA. The match moved through double overtime and resulted in another PK shootout for the men's team. But for the second time in the tournament, the men proved why they practice penalty kicks. The practice definitely paid off as the Warriors advanced to the tournament finals in a 4-2 victory in penalty kicks. Check out the CCAA interview following the victory.
Wow, phenomenal. So proud of the guys to come through 2 weekends back-to-back like this. That is a very difficult feat to knock off the number 3 team away last weekend, but then to come back and do the job again against the number 2 team was pretty special, and to do it at home made it even more special for all these upperclassmen.
All right, we'll go to Carlos first before we go with it to you. Carlos, you have to knock in that first one, kind of set the tone on the shootouts both times now. Talk about that and what you're thinking walking up, taking that first shot.
I try to take a couple deep breaths and just focus on my PK. I've been pretty calm about it, and I picture myself scoring every time, and I know where I'm gonna put it. And I get more nervous for my teammates than I do for myself sometimes. So it's part of the game.
Both of you guys, as players, how did it feel to have a crowd involved in the game and cheering you? How did that energy affect your performance?
It's great. It's so much better to win at home than it is on the road. It's nice always being a team on the road, but having that many fans at home cheering you on, really hearing everyone scream your name and everything like that really makes it personal, and it's an awesome feeling winning at home, especially on PKs like that.
Electrifying.
Yeah.
Clint, talk about your PK saves. 2 tonight, 2 also on Sunday.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind on those when it's coming down to such a tight?
Well, so far I'm 6 for 6 in winning the coin tosses, and on the last 2 games. So after I won again right before PKs, to toss who goes first, I was pretty confident. Was able to guess right and really help my teammates win because they worked so hard for 110 minutes. It was my turn to really repay the favor for them.
Following the victory on Friday night, the championship game would provide Warrior fans with a similar story, yet a different ending. While the match was not scoreless, the Warriors battled back to tie the game at 1 goal apiece through double overtime and once again into penalty kicks. This time the Warriors would face strength in the goalie from Dominguez Hills and fall 3-0, a devastating ending to the men's run for the championship banner.
Despite the women's soccer team missing an appearance in the CCAA tournament, it did not stop them from making the NCAA tournament for Division II. The first stop was Seattle Pacific. The women's soccer team proved their relentless nature one more time as the Warriors battled into a double overtime victory over the Falcons. It started with a goal from freshman Jade Poon in the 52nd minute, followed by an answer from the Seattle in the 87th minute to send the teams to overtime. While the first overtime moved on scoreless, junior Jordan Moineau scored her first goal of the season in less than 2 minutes into double overtime that led the Warriors to victory. The women's team would not leave Washington just yet as they moved on to face Western Washington University. It was Tina Benson's goal in the 24th minute that would defeat the number 12 Western Washington Vikings. But the Warriors are not done yet, as they will remain on the road to face number 3 Cal Poly Pomona for the regional championship.
As Nate said, the basketball teams are back in a fresh new season, and it is no surprise that the men's team is off to a hot start. They kicked off their season at home against Bristol University, where Chris Reed netted 21 points to lead the Warriors, and followed by rehabbed Wes Bartol with 9 points and 9 rebounds, while freshman Christian Bain added 11 points of his own. In the exhibition game, the Warriors fought against a late run from Bristol and walked away with a season-opening victory. The Warriors followed that victory to Montana State, where they faced a 10-point deficit at halftime, only to rally at the free throw line and score 51 points in the second half. Senior Wes Bartol notched his first double-double of the season with 13 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Barber with 13 points and Tremelling with 12 points through 4 three-pointers. Wes Bartol was named to the All-Tournament team, and Chris Reed was named the tournament MVP as the Warriors started their season 2-0 and won the Penguin Challenge Tournament.
The women's hoop team brought back their season in an exhibition matchup against local UOP. However, it was more of a lesson learned as the Warriors fell to a 31-point loss to the Tigers. But the early season loss taught the Warriors some valuable defensive lessons and brought some good news to the Warriors' offense. The offense led by Cassie Sanders-Curry, who scored 21 points, followed by Camille Roberts with 14 points, and Jasmine Washington with 9. This was the first of 3 Division I teams that the Warriors will face this season, including Fresno State this week and Nevada later on in the season. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in alongside with Natalie Winters. It was such an amazing time. I hope to see you guys next time.